Hi. Taehyung lovers all around the world. Welcome back to Taehyung Lovers Worldwide channel. The channel that always stands at the very front line to spread the kindness, charisma, and global power of Kim Taehyung to every corner of the world. But today, pause for a moment. Just 3 seconds. Don't scroll. Don't blink. Because what happened in February 2026 was not just entertainment news. It was about how one step from Seoul could move global markets, send search charts soaring, and make millions of people around the world simultaneously type the same two names, Kim Taehyung and Jungkook. And there's one shocking fact that mainstream media rarely discusses. A fact that made global luxury brands stop seeing them as mere idols, but as real economic forces. If you want to know why, within minutes, an airport could transform into an international runway, why a single red jacket could trigger a global wave of searches, and why a 21st century Swiss watch chose to rest on Jungkook's wrist, then you must watch until the end. Because by the end of this video, you will realize this is not just about visuals, not just about popularity. This is about the shifting center of global cultural power, and the name Kim Taehyung is at its heart. So before we go deeper, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next big moment. And don't forget to share this video so the world continues to see the kindness, positive influence, and extraordinary aura of Kim Taehyung. Now, take a breath, because February 2026 has just opened a chapter that may change the way the world sees Seoul. Forever. February 2026, global markets could move, search charts could surge, and millions of people around the world could simultaneously type the same two names, Kim Taehyung and Jungkook. February 2026 was not merely a turn of the calendar page in the entertainment industry. It became a silent stage where two figures from Seoul once again proved that influence is no longer about fleeting popularity, but about real economic power recorded in data, business reports, and the movements of global luxury brands. Kim Taehyung appeared wrapped in a bold, striking red jacket, as if fully aware that cameras would always find him in the crowd. Yet even with face often described as having near-perfect symmetry, it was his gaze that became the true center of gravity. Calm, cool, magnetic, a bright yellow bag hung from his shoulder, a simple detail that only reinforced the effortless luxury aura attached to him. He did not try to look expensive. He simply looked expensive. The airport, usually an anonymous transit space, suddenly transformed into an international runway. Within minutes of his photos circulating, Taehyung's name once again dominated global conversations across social media and search engines. This phenomenon was no surprise. It was a recurring pattern. The title King sold out attached to him is not mere fandom hyperbole. On multiple occasions, product he wore, from clothing to accessories, experienced significant spikes in searches and sales after his public appearances. The global fashion industry understands this leverage well, because in the digital era, influence is measured not only by follower counts, but by the ability to move consumer behavior in a short amount of time. And Taehyung has that, a rare combination of image, credibility, and consistency that few public figures possess. Meanwhile, Jungkook arrived with a completely different visual narrative. A clean white suit with a bold neckline, paired with deep red lighting behind him, created dramatic contrast. His face appeared mature, elegant, far removed from the teenage image once associated with him. A small earring reflected soft light, emphasizing the transformation from idol to 21st century male icon. In another visual, a maroon leather jacket framed his shoulders with strong character, while on his wrist rested a bold black watch. This was not merely a fashion portrait. It was a declaration of position. His global collaboration with Hublot in February 2026 felt like a precisely calculated strategic move. Hublot, the Swiss horology house known for a philosophy of innovation and bold design, does not select ambassadors based on fleeting sensation. The CEO of Hublot openly praised Jungkook as a representation of a new generation global artist, a figure who, in a relatively short time, has reached millions of listeners across cultures and languages. The Big Bang watch he wore was not just a timepiece, but a symbol of 21st century design revolution. Like Jungkook himself, it was an explosion that reshaped the landscape. On the other side of Europe, behind a legacy carved since 1847. Cartier found a new narrative in Kim Taehyung, standing alongside top executives of the legendary French jewelry house. Taehyung did not appear as a celebrity merely borrowed for a campaign. He appeared as a representation of values, elegance, strong character, and fearless self-expression. Cartier is not just any name in the luxury industry. Its reputation has been built for nearly 2 centuries, adorning royalty and influential global figures. When a brand with such heritage chooses a global ambassador, the decision is born from careful calculation, not euphoria. Since being announced as a global face, the collections worn by Taehyung have experienced surges in international exposure. Business and fashion media highlighted what some digital analysts call the V effect, a phenomenon where a single appearance can trigger a wave of global attention within hours. In official photos released, Taehyung's body language spoke volumes. Upright posture, a soft yet sharp gaze, and a subtle smile suggesting confidence without arrogance. He did not merely wear jewelry. He gave new context to old heritage. What makes this story even stronger is its broader context. Over the past several years, South Korean economic reports have noted the significant contribution of the K-pop industry to national image and cultural exports. BTS, as a group, has long been recognized as one of the main drivers of the modern Hallyu wave. Now, as individuals on their respective paths, Taehyung and Jungkook continue to carry equally powerful momentum. Every post they upload triggers digital traffic spikes. Every public appearance influences global conversations. Every brand collaboration expands a company's reach in Asian and North American markets. They are not just K-pop stars. They are cultural economic engines. Luxury brands do not risk centuries of reputation for mere follower counts. They seek figures capable of bridging tradition with the future, European heritage with Asian energy, exclusivity with digital generation relevance. Taehyung and Jungkook fulfill that equation in different ways. Taehyung walks the path of a modern aristocrat with classic aesthetics and a contemplative aura. Jungkook steps forward with futuristic masculine energy, bold and progressive. 2 aesthetics, 2 approaches, 1 grand narrative. The redefinition of global influence from Seoul. In an era where popularity can fade as quickly as trends change, both of them are growing stronger, not only because of captivating visuals or worldwide music, but because of their understanding of timing. They know when to remain silent, when to appear, and how to turn every appearance into an event. When Taehyung walks through an airport, search charts move. When Jungkook stands beside a symbol of Swisserology, the market pays attention. The world does not merely watch them. The world waits for their next step. February 2026 recorded one crucial truth. The center of global cultural gravity is shifting. Influence is no longer monopolized by one region. It is born in Seoul, pierces through Paris and Switzerland, and echoes worldwide. The question is no longer whether they are influential. Data and strategic collaborations have answered that. The more provocative question is this. If in just 3 seconds they can move markets and global conversations, how far will the impact go when the next chapter truly unfolds? Thank you for watching until the end with Taehyung Lovers Worldwide channel, the place where we do not just discuss news, but witness history being rewritten by a man named Kim Taehyung. If you feel the same vibration, if you believe influence can be born from calmness, that kindness can shine in a harsh industry, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next big moment. But if this content is not for you, that's okay. You can skip it, because Taehyung Lovers channel never forces anyone. We simply stand firm in voicing kindness, spreading positive aura, and ensuring the world never forgets who Kim Taehyung truly is. And before you go, remember this one thing. The world is changing. The center of cultural gravity is shifting. And when the next chapter truly opens, only those who have been paying attention from the beginning will understand how massive the impact really is. See you in the next moment. Because believe this, what's coming may be far more shocking.